Okay, so finding a commercial workspace in London, yeah, it's tough. But what if you're aiming for Kensington? We're talking about one of the most prestigious, most competitive districts really anywhere on the planet. That's a whole different ballgame. So today, let's crack the code on how you actually succeed there.
To really get a handle on the challenge, you first have to understand the place itself. So let's zoom in on Kensington because its identity, well, it's really unlike anywhere else.
So, what is Kensington's DNA? Well, it's this incredible mix. It's not just another office district, not by a long shot. This is a global hub for culture, for intellect. I mean, just picture it. You've got world-class museums right next door to prestigious universities. You have these huge global brands sharing the same streets with that elegant, iconic Victorian architecture. It's this blend that acts like a powerful magnet, pulling in a very specific, very high-caliber kind of organization. And right there, that's our central problem. When a market is this fierce and the stakes are this high, how does anyone find the right space? It doesn't matter if you're a tiny startup or a massive global corporation. How do you actually get in and win? Well, the answer seems to point to a pretty fundamental shift in how you even approach this. It's all about finding a new kind of agent, someone whose value is about so much more than just closing a sale. And this quote, it just nails that new philosophy. It says, the job of a top agent in Kensington isn't about being a salesperson. It's about being three things: a marketer who gets the sophisticated audience here, a listener who truly understands what a client actually needs, and a connector, someone who can bring the right people to the exact right spaces. Okay, so what does that actually mean for you, the client? The whole goal is to take what's normally a stressful, unpredictable process and turn it into something simple, something transparent. And it doesn't matter if you need 2 desks for your startup or you're managing a giant corporate portfolio, the focus is 100% on you. But hey, a great philosophy is one thing, you need a practical method to back it up. So let's break down the 3-step process that actually puts this client-first idea into action. It really boils down to 3 key things. First, market with real impact. Second, and this one is so crucial, is to really listen. And third, it's all about making the right connections. These 3 steps, they're the foundation of the whole thing. So let's take a closer look at each one. All right, step 1. This is all about respecting the audience. Think about it. Potential tenants in Kensington are incredibly sophisticated. They don't want a sales pitch. What they want are the facts, and they want high-quality, stimulating visuals. That means you got to invest in professional photography and create imagery that genuinely stands out no matter where they see it, online, in a brochure, or scrolling through social media. Okay, step 2. This is where we shift from broadcasting out to receiving. It's about going so much deeper than just the numbers on a spreadsheet. When an agent takes the time to listen on a human level, they start to understand what really makes a client and their business tick. And that's how you find the perfect match. Not just the right building, but the right neighborhood, the right vibe, the right character. And that brings us to step 3, making the right connections. Because let's be honest, finding the perfect property is only half the battle, right? A specialist agent uses their deep network of contacts, their database. And this isn't just about finding deals. It's about managing expectations, getting timelines to line up, and navigating all the complicated stuff to get the absolute best outcome for their client. Okay, so that's the philosophy and the process. But what does all of this look like in practice? Let's take a look at the actual services that come out of this people-first way of doing things. This whole approach really leads to a full suite of services. You've got bespoke office search, which is exactly what it sounds like, a totally tailored hunt for your ideal workspace. Then there's capital markets, which gives you that strategic guidance for buying and selling those really high-value assets. Of course, there's professional advisory for expert advice on things like valuations and lease renewals. And for landlords, property management to make the whole thing completely stress-free. And this is where that deep specialization really starts to shine. The focus is laser sharp on the kinds of properties that define Kensington. We're talking corporate headquarters, spaces for cultural and educational institutions, prime retail in those high footfall areas, and, this is a big one, getting crucial access to both on and off-market investment deals. At the end of the day, all of this is powered by one single thing: local expertise. That's the key takeaway here. It's not just about knowing a list of available buildings. It's a much deeper understanding of Kensington's unique character, its community, and the very, very specific needs of the tenants who are trying to get in. So that leaves us with one final big question to think about. In a market as unique as Kensington, where the tenants are just as specialized as the buildings themselves, is this kind of deep local expertise just a nice-to-have advantage, or is it the ultimate key to success? It's a powerful idea and definitely something to consider.